The story of Dragon Age Origins is the story of the rise of the hero of Ferelden and the decisions he or she makes as the newest recruit of the ancient order of Grey Wardens. Rumors abound about this individual across Thedas, and no one can seem to agree on exactly who this person was, where they came from, or what specific skills they excelled at. Even the crucial decisions that determined whether they were a savior or an opportunist are still debated among the citizens. So what is the truth? Well, the truth can be hard to suss out with so many voices offering different opinions. What we do know is that they came from somewhere, that they have an origin story. In the last two parts of the full story of Dragon Age Origins, we explored two possible origin stories, that they were of noble birth and through circumstances, inside or outside of their control, were conscripted into the Grey Wardens. In the next two parts, we will visit two individuals who were not born into power or prestige, people who have scraped and fought for everything they possess. It's important to remember that Dragon Age Origins is a game of many choices, and although we will explore some in the origin stories of this and future parts, the outcome will inevitably be the same. Last time, we explored the origin story of the dwarf noble Durin Iduken. Now, we head to the slums of Denerim, to the alienage inhabited only by the city elves.
Denerim, the largest city and capital of Ferelden. Long ago, the elves lived as slaves to humans, and though they've been free for many generations now, they are far from equals. Here they live in a walled-off community known as the alienage, working as servants and laborers when they can. Despite these hardships, Denerim's elves are a strong people who take pride in their close community. This is the only world you've ever known. Until now.
Wake up, cousin. Why are you still in bed? It's your big day.
What? Why are you in my room, Shiani?
Because I begged your father to let me share the good news. You do remember what today is, don't you?
Someone's wedding?
A double wedding. You're getting married, and so is Saurus. That's what I came to tell you. Your groom, Nelaros. He's here early.
Really? That's great. The sooner the better.
I know. You're so lucky. All right, I'll stop tormenting you. I should go talk to the other bridesmaids and find my dress. Oh, Saurus said that he'll be waiting for you outside, so move it.
We are Callian Tabris, an elf maiden born and raised in the Denerim alienage. Today is our wedding day, and our father has secured us a match with an elf from the Highever alienage. Arranged marriages are a tradition among the city elves, and it's something we have long heard of and expected. We could be resistant to this circumstance, but Callian is excited. So little happens in the alienage, so few happy days. This is cause for celebration, and she is going to enjoy every moment of her special day. Of course, we're sharing this day with our cousin Saurus, and we better see how he's handling it. Taking a moment to read the codex page we received on alienage culture, there have always been alienages. They have been around for as long as elves and shems have lived in the same lands. Ours isn't even the worst. They say that Val Royeaux has 10,000 elves living in a space no bigger than Denerim's market. Their walls are supposedly so high that daylight doesn't reach the Venadal until midday. But don't be so anxious to start tearing down the walls and picking fights with the guards. They keep out more than they keep in. We don't have to live here, you know. Sometimes a family gets a good break and they buy a house in the docks or the outskirts of town. If they're lucky, they come back to the alienage after the looters have burned their house down. The unlucky ones just go to the pauper's field. Here, we're among family. We look out for each other. Here, we do what we can to remember the old ways. The flat ears who have gone out there, they're stuck. They'll never be human, and they've gone and thrown away being elven too. So where does that leave them? Nowhere. Sarethia, Haren of the Highever alienage. We can put on our wedding clothes and talk to our father Syrian before heading out.
Ah, my little girl. It's the last day I'll be able to call you that. Oh, I wish your mother could have been here.
Me too, Father. Well, what should I be doing?
All right, time for you to go find Saurus. The sooner this wedding starts, the less chance you two have to escape.
Thank you, Father.
Oh, one last thing before you go, my dear. Your martial training, the swordplay, knives, and whatever else your mother trains you in, best not to mention it to your betrothed.
He'll find out sooner or later.
Later. Definitely later. We don't want to seem like troublemakers after all. Adaya made that mistake.
The humans who killed her made a bigger one.
Our world is full of so many injustices. Take this. Your mother would have wanted you to have it. It's the very least I can give you as you start your new life. Go on then. I still have some things to do, and Saurus is no doubt waiting for you.
We can then read a codex page on the city elves. The humans tell tales of Andraste, and to them she was a prophet. To our people, however, she was an inspiration. Her rebellion against Tevinter gave our people a window through which to see the sun, and we reached toward it with all our strength. The rebellion was brief but successful. Even after the death of the prophetess, we fought for our independence as the human imperium began to crumble. In the end, we won freedom and the southern land known as the Dales, and we began the long walk to our new homeland. There, in the Dales, our people revived the lost lore as best we could. We called the first city Halam Sharal, end of the journey, and found a new nation, isolated as elves were meant to be, this time patrolled by an order of Emerald Knights charged with watching the borders for trouble from humans. But you already know that something went wrong. A small elven raiding party attacked the nearby human village of Red Crossing, an act of anger that prompted the Chantry to retaliate and, with their superior numbers, conquer the Dales. We were not enslaved as we had been before, but our worship of the ancient gods was now forbidden. We were allowed to live among the humans only as second-class citizens who worshipped their maker, forgetting once more the scraps of lore we had maintained through the centuries. The rise and fall of the Dales, as told by Serethia, Haran of the High Ever Alienage. It's always hard for Father to talk about our mother, Adaya, and it's hard for us to think about her, to even remember her. We were so young when she died. I hope she's proud. Heading outside, we get a view of the alienage, run down, dirty, and tightly packed, the only home we've ever known. Looking towards the gates that lead out into the city of Denerim, we see 3 men who have started celebrating early.
There once was a woman, she lived in the sea. I didn't love her, but I think she loved me. I brought her diamonds, rubies, silver, and gold. But all she wanted was to be saved from the cold. Whoa. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Martial abilities aren't the only things Mother passed down to us. She also taught us the art of, well, let's call it influential conversation. Just doing the rounds, collecting wedding presents.
We thought that,
We thought cash would be better. Spend's easier.
Right. Yeah, we gathered up, 30 bits. That's a pretty good wedding present for anyone.
That it is. Much better than a present, yes?
Well, 40 bits is more traditional.
Oh, you're right. Don't mind us. We're a bit tipsy. Here's 10 bits to top it off.
Now you go celebrate your big day and we'll do the same. Big day. Lots of celebrating.
With some extra coppers in our pockets, we can head towards the center of the alienage, where our ceremony will take place. We hear an older couple speaking about us.
Well, it's around the eyes, mostly.
I still don't see it. Whenever I look, I just see the mother.
The mother was far more delicate. Well, it's the lucky bride herself. Hello, dear.
Oh, now, love, she probably doesn't remember us.
Oh, of course. I'm Dilwen, and this is Gethon. We were friends of your mother's. We haven't seen much of you since... well...
What can you tell me about my mother?
Your father still doesn't speak of her, does he?
Adaya was beautiful, and full of life, and a bit wild.
She wanted you more than anything. It's sad she never got to see you all grown up.
We just wanted to see you today and express our good wishes.
Thank you.
We've saved a bit of money for this day. We'd like you to have it, to help start your new life.
That's very generous of you.
Make her bless you.
Mother was so loved and continues to be missed. I wish she was still here. Turning around, we can look at the alienage tree and read the accompanying codex page. Mostly the old ways are gone. Each generation forgets a little more of the old tongue, a little more of the traditions. And few things we keep become simple habits, meaning long since faded. So it is with the Venadal, the tree of the people. Every alienage has one, I'm told, or they used to. When I was a little girl, my mother told me the tree was a symbol of Arlathan, but not even she knew more. Keeping the Venedal is just a habit now. Many cities have let theirs wither and die, then chopped them for firewood. No great loss. Sorethia, Haran of the Highever alienage. Heading around the side of the tree, we see 3 elves gathering around a wagon.
Hurry up. Waiting around won't make it any easier. Many blessings, young one. We hope to stay for the celebration, but we must be off.
You're not staying for my wedding?
I wish we could.
The human who owns our building has decided to sell it for storage space. We can't afford to live anywhere else here, so we're leaving Denerim.
Where are you going?
The Ostagar Ruins. The army camp there is calling for laborers.
We wanted to look for work in Highever.
But that's just not possible.
Why not?
Moving to a different alienage isn't easy. Travel and bribes cost money. Humans are a suspicious lot. I've heard the ones in Highever are worse than here.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You're still a child. You can't do anything. Enjoy your special day and put us out of your mind.
What my husband means is, you're very generous, but we don't need charity to solve our problems.
I understand. Good luck to you.
Many thanks. Again, blessings on your day.
Wait! Can I talk to you a moment?
Of course.
I apologize for my parents. They're too proud to accept help, much less ask for it. My parents will labor in the army camp, and they'll expect me to do the same, but I don't like the idea of being surrounded by human soldiers who haven't seen a woman in months.
That is a terrifying thought. Humans are bad enough as it is, but human soldiers? Nessa's parents seem too proud to accept help, but we can help her stay here, can't we? Maybe you should stay here.
I would, but my father would have to believe I have a future here.
Let me talk to him.
Really? All right, if you think that will help.
Talking once again to Nessa's father.
Hello again. Isn't your wedding soon?
I wanted to talk to you about your daughter.
My daughter?
Yes, I think I have a way that she can stay here.
I don't take advice from children, nor do I plan to split up my family. Now excuse me.
I'm not speaking for myself.
That's unusual. I'm listening.
She should stay with my father.
I see. He'd shelter and provide for my daughter?
He would.
I don't know. What do you think, love?
Well, she'd be among family. When we've made enough, we can return.
And you, child?
Your will, Father.
That's my girl. Very well. First she'll help us be away, then return to stay with your family. Thank your father for me.
Thank you.
Well, we haven't exactly asked Father, so let's take care of that real quick.
And don't you have a wedding to prepare for?
I told Nessa she could stay with you.
Nessa? I thought her family was leaving for the army camp.
Just think about what the humans would do to her out there.
I suppose she can stay. She is family, after all, and if we don't stick up for each other, who will? Very well.
I knew Father would understand. Going back outside, we can head down a back alley where we see a pair of children playing a game. Speaking to the boy.
Huh?
Wham! You're dead.
No fair. She stopped me.
What were you two playing?
Heroes and Humans. She made it up.
We each choose someone from the Elder Stories and do furious battles. I always win.
That's 'cause you cheat.
Why humans? Why not play as elves?
Do you know any stories about Elven Heroes?
Sure, I know a story.
You do?
Okay, that was a lie, but we can do this. Mother used to tell us stories, and even as a child, we knew she made them up as she went along. We can do that. Yes, it's about Tathis, the sneaky elven bandit.
Did Tathis steal from the humans?
She stole from the rich and gave to the poor.
Did Tathis ever get caught?
Yes, when the people were in need, she turned herself in.
Hooray! I'm gonna be Tathis.
No, me!
I'm Tathis. I'll steal all your money for my family.
You can't. I'm a giant dragon, and I ate my gold.
Not the greatest story ever told, but these kids should have at least one elven hero to believe in. Okay, let's finally catch up with Saurus. We see him leaning nonchalantly against a tree.
Well, if it isn't my lucky cousin. Care to celebrate the end of our independence together?
Well, I'm excited.
You would be. Apparently your groom's a dream come true. My bride sounds like a dying mouse.
I'm sure she's quite nice.
Great. I'll spend the next 50 years with a nice girl who hides grain away for the winter. Let's go introduce you to your dreamy betrothed before you say I do.
Poor Saurus. Or should we feel bad for his bride with that attitude? Heading west, we see a woman named Elva and a young boy. Approaching them.
So I see you got yourself a big handsome hulk of a husband. Excuse me if I don't congratulate you.
Is something wrong?
Don't act like you care. Your father has the money to get you a great match. Meanwhile, what did I get? A fat old man who smells like the docks and wouldn't know what to do with a woman even if he was sober.
What does that have to do with me?
You think you're better than me? Well, you're not. I may have got a poor match, but at least I have some dignity. Wench.
Speaking to the child.
Hey, you're gonna be late for your own wedding.
Don't worry, it won't start without me.
What if you're wrong? How terrible that would be. The bride is supposed to be pretty and caring. And definitely not late. Only humans don't care about being respectful.
Where did you hear that?
Father said it this morning when my brothers didn't want to get out of bed. He said they were acting like lazy humans.
Everyone in the alienage speaks in hushed voices about the crimes of the humans against us, but children are less than discreet. I hope he doesn't say anything like that in front of the wrong person. It's dangerous to say such things.
Well, there aren't any humans here, so I'll say what I want.
Near the western gate, we see a man on the ground.
Ma'am, spare a coin for a man who was ruined trying to help his family.
Tell me your story.
I worked on the docks, living day to day, never knowing if my family would go hungry. The humans always left us the dangerous work, in the high beams of the warehouses or in the water. I was rigged up, cleaning the side of a ship, when it drifted against another and my legs were crushed between.
You didn't receive healing?
Magical healing? On an elf? Ha! The human foreman had me hauled out and dumped in an alley. My sons didn't find me until day's end, so now I live on the charity of those who don't even have enough for themselves.
Here you go.
May the Maker's eyes look down with love on your day.
Now I wish Tathus was real, or that I was Tathus. So many elves in so much need in every alienage in Ferelden, maybe even in Thedas. Backtracking, we run across a friend of Saurus's, Tailor.
There's the man of the hour. How are you, Saurus?
I'm well. This is my cousin, the bride. The other bride, not my bride.
We've met on occasion. Blessings on the day, both of you.
Thank you.
There is something you should know, Saurus. My brothers won't be coming. They left to find the Dalish, you see.
The Dalish Elves, really?
They're elves who supposedly live free wandering the forests. I don't think they really exist, though.
Well, my brothers certainly believe they do. Even Alarith swears that Dalish Elves saved him on his way to Denerim. Nonsense.
Alarith, the shopkeeper?
Indeed. He told my brothers that when he was fleeing his homeland, he found the Dalish. Or they found him. I don't really remember.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. They were probably just taken in by another old story. Theodore, it was great seeing you. I'm sure your brothers will show up in a few days, embarrassed and hungry.
I hope so. I should go. Best wishes to you both.
At the end of the conversation, we receive a new codex page about the Dalish Elves. I took the road north from Val Royeaux toward Navarra with a merchant caravan. A scant 2 days past the Orlesian border, we were beset by bandits. They struck without warning from the cover of the trees, hammering our wagons with arrows, killing most of the caravan guards instantly. The few who survived the arrow storm drew their blades and charged into the trees after our attackers. We heard screams muffled by the forest, and then nothing more of those men. After a long silence, the bandits appeared. Elves covered in tattoos and dressed in hides. They looted all the supplies and valuables they could carry from the merchants and disappeared back into the trees. These, I was informed later, were the Dalish, the wild elves who lurk in the wilderness on the fringes of settled lands, preying upon travelers and isolated farmers. These wild elves have reverted to the worship of their false gods and are rumored to practice their own form of magic, rejecting all human society. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Well, we still have a little time. The Dalish? Real? We have to ask Alarith. Heading into his shop, we can gain another codex page on the culture of Ferelden, which we read in part 1. Speaking to Alarith behind the counter.
What are you doing here? You should be getting ready for your wedding.
I wanted to ask you about the Dalish.
Did you now? Well, there isn't much time for stories. A couple of weddings are starting soon.
Just tell me, are the Dalish real?
I believe they are, though they're probably not exactly the way the elders describe. If you want to hear more, we'll go for some ale after you're married. Now get going.
Well, that was disappointing. Oh well, the Dalish, if they are real, they are far from here, and we have a wedding to attend. Stopping to talk to Saurus first.
Nervous?
Not me. You?
A bit. The rest of my life is a long time. Well, let's get this over with.
Heading towards our friends and family.
Let go of me! Stop, please!
It's a party, isn't it? Grab a whore and have a good time. Savor the hunt, boys. Take this little elven wench here. So young and vulnerable.
Touch me and I'll gut you, you pig!
Please, my lord. We're celebrating weddings here.
Silence, worm!
I know what you're thinking, but maybe we shouldn't get involved.
Shiani will get herself killed.
Fine, but let's try to be diplomatic, shall we?
What's this? Another lovely one come to keep me company.
You need to leave at once.
Ha! You hear that, Vaughn?
Ha! Do you have any idea who I am?
Are you insane? This is Varn Orion, the Arl of Denerim's son.
What? Oh, Maker.
Take him home. If you don't mention this, we won't.
You've a lot of nerve, knife ears. This'll go badly for you.
Oh, I really messed up this time.
It'll be all right. He won't tell anyone an elven woman took him down.
I hope so. I should get cleaned up.
Is everybody else all right?
I think we're just shaken. What was that about?
Looks like the Jarl's son started drinking too early. Well, let's not let this ruin the day. This is Valora, my betrothed.
Then this handsome man must be Nalaros.
I am a lucky man to be so warmly welcomed.
I'm sure the two of you have a lot to discuss.
Well, here we are. Are you nervous?
Not really. You?
I thought I'd stay calm, but finally seeing you has made me... Well, let's just say I'm not calm.
How was the trip from Highever?
Uneventful, thankfully. The trade caravan we accompanied had little of value. I think that kept the bandits away.
Come on, cousin. We should let them get ready.
We'll see you two in a bit. Don't disappear on us.
Or we'll come find you.
Don't look now, but we have another problem.
Is it Vaughn? Has he returned?
Another human just walked in. Could be one of Vaughn's or just a random troublemaker. Either way, we need to move him along before someone does something stupid.
Right, let's go talk to him.
Let's do this quickly.
That could have gone really bad. Hopefully the Jarl's son will be too embarrassed to tell his father about what happened, and hopefully this other human will leave more peacefully, approaching him.
Good day. I understand congratulations are in order for your impending wedding.
Thanks, but please go. I'd rather avoid any unpleasantness.
What manner of unpleasantness might you be referring to?
The alienage just isn't a good place for humans to be.
I'm sorry, but I have no intention of leaving.
I will ask once more politely. Please leave.
And I refuse yet again. Now what?
Fine. Maybe we can compromise.
She keeps her composure even when facing down an unknown and armed human. A true gift, wouldn't you say, Valendrian?
I would say the world has far more use of those who know how to stay their blades. It is good to see you again, my old friend. It's been far too long.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
I was hardly forthcoming, and for that I apologize.
May I present Duncan, head of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden.
What's a Grey Warden?
They are a great order of warriors, child, sworn to protect our world from the Darkspawn. But my question remains unanswered. Why are you here, Duncan?
The worst has happened. A blight has begun. King Cailan summons the Grey Wardens to Ostagar to fight the Darkspawn horde alongside his armies.
Yes, I had heard the news. Still, this is an awkward time. There is to be a wedding. Two, in fact.
So I see. By all means, attend to your ceremonies. My concerns can wait for now.
Very well. Children, treat Duncan as my guest. And for the Maker's sake, take your places.
Please, do not let me interrupt further. We shall speak more later.
We receive a few codex pages that we read in the previous 2 parts, and despite what Duncan said, we can speak to him again right away.
Was there something else?
I have some questions.
By all means.
Why are you here? Are you recruiting?
All in good time. I suggest you have your celebration while you can.
What exactly do Grey Wardens do?
We dedicate our lives to fighting Darkspawn wherever they appear, doing whatever it takes to stop them. It is our only charge.
Are there Elven Grey Wardens?
In fact, some of our greatest heroes have been Elven. The Warden Garahel, he that slew the last archdemon, was such a one. I could tell you a great deal more about them, but I suspect you've other things to do at the moment.
How do you know the Elder?
Valendrian and I have known each other for almost 20 years, since the time I tried to recruit your mother, in fact.
You tried recruiting my mother?
I did. Your mother was a fiery woman. She would have made an excellent Grey Warden.
So what happened?
I never made the offer. Valendrian convinced me that it was better for her to remain here with her family. As there was no blight and thus no immediate need for recruits, I deferred to his wishes. But it seems she passed her training on to you. Am I right?
Until she died.
So I heard. I'm very sorry for your loss. I've already heard a great deal about you, if you must know, but we can speak more of this later. You have a wedding to attend.
My mother could have been recruited into the Grey Wardens? We knew that she was a talented rogue, but could we join them? Are we as strong as our mother was? But what about the wedding? What about the alienage? Suddenly we don't feel so ready to get married. Suddenly the world seems so much bigger than these dingy cobblestone streets. There's nothing we can do about it now, and speaking to Saurus once more before taking our vows.
Huh?
What did you think about the lordling, Vaughn?
I'm trying not to. You handled him well, but he seems like the type to hold a grudge.
He's a bully, but a coward inside.
I hope you're right.
Okay, deep breath. Let's get married.
Oh, Saurus. There you are. I was afraid you'd run off.
No, I'm here, with Nellaros's blushing bride in tow.
You look radiant.
It looks like everyone's ready.
All day we were feeling ready for this new chapter of our lives, but now, after meeting Duncan, we don't feel so sure. Let's get this over with.
Friends and family, today we celebrate not only this joining, but also our bonds of kin and kind. We are a free people. But that was not always so. Andraste, the Maker's prophet, freed us from the bonds of slavery. As our community grows, remember that our strength lies in commitment to tradition and to each other.
Thank you, Valendrian. Now let us begin. In the name of the Maker who brought us this world, and in whose name we say the Chant of Light, My lord, this is an unexpected surprise.
Sorry to interrupt, Mother, but I'm having a party, and we're dreadfully short of female guests.
My lord, this is a wedding!
If you want to dress up your pets and have tea parties, that's your business. But don't pretend this is a proper wedding. Nah, we're here for a good time, aren't we, boys?
Just a good time with the ladies, that's all.
Let's take Those two. The one in the tight dress and... Where's the bitch that bottled me?
Over here, Lord Vaughn!
Let me go, you stuffed shirt son of a...
Oh, I'll enjoy taming her. And see the pretty bride.
Don't worry, I won't let them take you.
This is very, very bad, and if we resist, more will get hurt. I'll go with him. It'll be all right.
Ah, yes. Such a well-formed little thing.
You villains!
Oh, that's quite enough. I'm sure we all want to avoid further, unpleasantness.
Please, just don't hurt anyone.
Of course not. This is a party. Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
Make her keep us. Make her protect us. Make her keep us. Make her protect us.
Stop it. You're driving me insane. Oh, thank the Maker you've come to. We were so worried.
Is everyone all right?
We're scared but unharmed. So far, they locked us in here to wait until that bastard is ready for us.
Then we need to get out of here.
Forgive me if I don't hold my breath. The door is locked and solid, and we're unarmed.
Make her keep us. Make her protect us. Make her keep us. Make her protect us.
Great. Now this again.
This is worse than very bad. No one needs to say it. We all know what Vaughn wants us for, what type of party we'd be attending. But how are we going to get out of this room? If only I had my weapons. Talking to Shiani?
Look, we'll do what they want. Go home and try to forget this ever happened.
She's right. It'll be worse if we resist.
It'll be worse if we don't.
Someone's coming.
Be quiet. Don't do anything until I say.
Hello, wenches. We're your escorts to Lord Vaughn's little party.
Stay away from us! You killed her!
I suppose that's what happens when you try teaching whores some respect. Now, you grab the little flower cowering in the corner. Horace and I'll take the homely bride and the drunk. You two bind the last one. Lord Vaughn likes her look and wants to keep her for last.
Don't worry, we'll be perfect gentlemen.
Now you heard the captain. Be a good little wench or you'll end up like your friend there.
Yes, come closer. I'll behave. Honest.
That's a good girl.
Hello?
Oh, look at this. A little elfling with a stolen sword.
Oh, sod.
Equipping the weapons Sora's slid over to us, we make quick work of these two.
I can't believe they killed her. Are you all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
No time to talk. The others need us.
That Grey Warden Duncan gave Nelleros and me his sword and crossbow, but that's all we have.
Nelleros is here?
Yes, he's the reason we're here. He lost it on those who wanted to hope for the best. I didn't know what to do.
You're here now. That's what matters.
Thanks. I couldn't let him go alone. Nelleros is guarding the end of the hall. Let's figure this out with him. We should hurry before something happens to the others.
Looting some extra gear off the guards, we can equip both Soros and ourselves. Nelleros is here somewhere, and the others are with that damnable human lecher. We have no choice. We'll have to fight our way to our betrothed, and then together, rescue our friends. The southern door is locked, so heading out the east door, we see a human and an elf working in a kitchen. We can loot a liquor cabinet in here with some brandy in it, which will come in handy in a moment.
What's this? I don't recognize you, elf. Wait, is that blood? You're bandits, rebels, outlaws. The guards will make quick work of you. Oh!
You've no idea how long that Shem's had it coming.
Have you seen a group of elven maidens?
Yes, dragged them to Lord Vaughn's quarters, they did. You should hurry if you want to help them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm getting out of here before the storm hits.
We can open a door to the south and take some rat poison from a cabinet. Heading north, we see a group of off-duty guards sitting at long dining tables. Now there's a couple of ways to deal with this. We can walk into the room covered in blood and brandishing weapons and hope for the best.
Where did you get a weapon, elf? Uh-oh.
You better talk quick, scum.
I found it nearby. I was bringing it to the armory.
Is that so? An unlikely story if I ever heard one. You maggots are gonna die slowly.
And we'll need to fight our way through this to survive. Alternatively, we can rely on the deception skills our mother passed down to us. Changing into something less gory and removing our weapons, we can try approaching them again.
Alright, I call.
Cool.
Too rich for me. You there, elf? I need another drink. Anyone else?
Sure, to celebrate taking all your money.
Stop counting and start shuffling. What are you waiting for? Get us those drinks. I'll blacken your eye if you don't move your ass.
I have your drinks right here.
Why didn't you say so?
I'm sorry.
You better be, stupid dog. Pour already.
Now we picked up brandy and rat poison already. I wonder what would happen to these humans if we mix the two together.
Ugh, that's a nasty kick there. Drink up, boys. It'll put hair on your chest.
Oh, nasty kick indeed. I feel like...
What's in here, you little rat?
Nice work. Now let's go before anyone comes.
And now we can loot their bodies and re-equip our gear. Something tells me there will only be violent resistance from here on out. Continuing north, we take on more guards and fight our way through the halls, room by room, collecting more gear until we finally reach the rendezvous point where Nelaros should be waiting for us.
See? I told you there'd be more. Elves run in packs, like rodents.
Should we keep the knife-eared bitch alive?
They killed our boys. She dies.
You killed Nelaros.
Ha! He squealed like a stuck pig when he died. Let's see if you do too.
It'll be a pleasure to put an end to this disgusting human. With Soros' help, they all die, and we don't feel sorry for them.
Nelaros! I'm so sorry.
He died to save me.
Let's make sure it wasn't in vain.
We continue making our way north, never imagining how vast the Arl of Denarum's home was, until finally, we reach Vaughn and his cohorts.
My, what have we here?
Don't worry, we'll make short work of these two.
Quiet, you idiot! They're covered with enough blood to fill a tub. What do you think that means?
You tell me.
All right, let's not be too hasty here. Surely we can talk this over.
You really think you can talk your way out of this?
Please, just get me out of here. I want to go home.
Think for a minute. Kill me and you ruin more lives than just your own. By dawn, the city will run red with elven blood. Think about it. You know how this ends. Or we could talk this through. Now that you have my undivided attention.
If you have something to say, say it.
Here's our situation. You are skilled, obviously. We fight here. Perhaps you could even manage to kill us. My father won't let that go. Your pigsty of an alienage will be burned to the ground. Or you turn and walk away, with 40 sovereigns added to your purses. You take that money and leave Denerim tonight. No repercussions, and you can go wherever you like.
What about the women? Will you let them go?
The women stay. They'll go home tomorrow. Slightly worse for wear. And you'll be long gone. That's the deal. Take it or leave it.
I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Ha! I always regret talking to knife ears. Now I'll just gut your ignorant carcasses instead.
Vaughn is everything we elves hate about humans. He treats us worse than his dogs. This will be bad for everyone. This may mean the end of the Denerim alienage, but we can't. We can't let him get away with this. He dies, like his guards before him, and no one weeps.
He's dead. Tell me we did the right thing, cousin.
What's important is that Shiani's safe.
I'll check the back room for the others. Shiani needs you.
Speaking with Shiani, still laying on the floor.
Don't leave me alone. Please. Please take me home.
Yes, let's go home.
So much blood. I can't stand to look at it. It's everywhere. You killed them, didn't you? You killed them all?
Not just them, all the humans who hurt you.
Good. Good.
Is she going to be all right?
Let's just get out of here.
I'll take the rear guard. I can't wait to leave this place.
You've returned. Has Shiani been hurt? Where is Tormi's daughter, Nola?
Nola didn't make it. She resisted.
They killed her.
Nelaros, too. The guards killed him.
I see. Would the rest of you ladies please take Shiani home? She needs rest.
Of course.
Now tell me, what happened?
Vaughn's dead.
Then the garrison could already be on their way. You have little time.
I'm not sure what we should do.
The guards are here!
Don't panic. Let's see what comes of this.
I seek Valendrian, Elder and Administrator of the Alienage.
Here, Captain. I take it you have come in response to today's disruption.
Don't play ignorant with me, Elder. You'll not prevent justice from being done. The Earl's son lies dead in a river of blood that runs through the entire palace. I need names, and I need them now.
Now I really will be like Tathis. I will take responsibility for what happened, even if I would do it again in a heartbeat. Soros has Valora and his future to think of. There's nothing left for me now. It was my doing.
You expect me to believe one woman did all of that?
We are not all so helpless, Captain.
You saved many by coming forward. I don't envy your fate, but I applaud your courage. This elf will wait in the dungeons until the Arl returns. The rest of you, back to your houses.
Captain, a word, if you please.
What is it, Grey Warden? The situation is well under control, as you can see.
Be that as it may, I hereby invoke the Grey Warden's right of conscription. I remove this woman into my custody.
You can do that?
Son of a tie-down. Very well, Grey Warden. I cannot challenge your rights, but I'll ask one thing. Get this elf out of the city today.
Agreed.
Now I need to get my men on the streets before this news hits. Move out!
You're with me now. Say your goodbyes and see me when you're ready. We leave immediately.
Understood.
Do not take long. I agreed to have you out of the city forthwith.
I can't believe it. I'm going to be a Grey Warden. It's what I wanted after speaking to Duncan. I just wish Nelaros didn't have to die, and that Shiani didn't have to be hurt for it to happen. Speaking with Soros.
Thank you. You really saved my hide back there.
What will you do now?
No more daydreaming. I'm settling down. Valora's a good woman, and she has ideas on making life better for everyone here. Your father had the women take Shiani back to your place. Will you see her before you go?
Of course.
Good luck, cousin. You've been my hero since we were kids. It's just official now.
Speaking to the elder Valendrian.
Well, I guess Duncan got his recruit after all.
He sounds disappointed. It was not by my choice.
No? Either way, it's out of my hands now. If you'll excuse me, I must tend to our people. Goodbye, young one, and make her keep you.
Running home, we see our father waiting just outside.
If this is what the Maker has planned for you, then I guess it's for the best. Your mother would have been pleased.
Everyone sounds so sad. Have I let them all down? You're not pleased?
I just wish there was another way. I dreamed of grandchildren, family gatherings, and... I'm sorry, this isn't helping. Take care, my girl. Be safe. And wise. And, well, you know. We'll all miss you.
Going inside, we see Valora.
There you are. Thank you. For me, for Soros, for everything.
Be good to Soros.
I will, I swear it. Shiani seems to have regained herself. I'll leave you two alone. Good luck, and thank you again.
Finally, we can talk to Shiani.
You took all the responsibility for what happened. You're amazing, you know that?
How are you holding up?
I'm alright. As far as the others know, Vaughn just roughed me up a bit. I just don't want them treating me like some fragile doll. I love you, cousin. Make us proud out there.
I love you too, Shiani.
Make her watch over you.
That's the end of our goodbyes. Nothing to do now but go forward to a new life, one that seemed like a fantasy when we woke up this morning, the day of our wedding that would never be. Returning to Duncan.
Are you ready to go?
I am.
Good. Then we leave for Ostagar immediately.
This was just one possible identity of the future hero of Ferelden, but elves aren't the only people treated like less than nothing. In the next part, we'll return to Orzammar and explore an origin story from those they call the Castless. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing for more content like this every week on my channel. Thank you so very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.